It's the Tim Constantine Show.
Every now and again, I get discouraged. I share with you the news that's going on around the country, and sometimes it can be very discouraging. It can be very disheartening. And much of the liberal agenda moving forward, I think, not only is it political disagreement, but it tears at the very fabric of who we are, who the United States has been, who's historically this Christian Judeo values that we have always embraced are suddenly being vilified. Suddenly we're being told it's bad to have core values. You should just let everyone live whatever means they want. And again, you've heard me say this before. When Jesus embraced the prostitute or the tax collector, he embraced those individuals. He loved them as human beings, but he didn't approve of what it was they were doing. He didn't approve of the behavior. And so when I say here that we disapprove of certain behavior, it doesn't mean we dislike people. It doesn't mean we're hate mongerers. It means that we have core values that we believe in. And while we may embrace those people and wish them the very best, we don't have to approve their behavior. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to pretend that everything and anything is perfectly acceptable. And so I'm very excited to share with you some good news out of Arkansas. You know, different states around the country have different rules as it applies to abortion. The law of the land is that because of Roe v. Wade, a woman has the right to get abortion on demand, but there are some caveats to that. There are points at which a fetus is considered to be viable, that a little baby is recognized that it could live outside of the womb, that it could survive. And there have been instances of very, very young infants being born at 4.5 months, and we're really early in the process. And so most states have a 24-week cutoff. Not all, but most states have a 24-week cutoff. After 24 weeks, you are not supposed to perform abortion on demand. And the idea is that after that point, that baby really could probably, with proper medical attention, could probably survive. Matter of fact, I've got a good friend who had a child born very, very prematurely. I'm working from memory, but I want to say 1.8 pounds at birth. The little boy is a year older than my son. The little boy is now 10 years old. And under the law, some wouldn't have considered him a human being at the time he was born. He was born at 1.8 pounds. You could hold him in a single hand. And now he is this beautiful, vibrant little boy. It's a reminder as to why we have to protect the sanctity of life even when it's in the womb. And in Arkansas, they've chosen to do exactly that. The state legislature there passed a bill that would backtrack. It would take it all the way back to 12 weeks. You cannot get an elective abortion after 12 weeks in the state of Arkansas. Well, this passed, and the governor, Mike Beebe, is a Democrat. He's realized that there are a lot more women who might have had or might entertain the prospect of having an abortion than there are aborted children that get to vote. If you're a child and you have been slaughtered in the womb, you don't ever get the opportunity to cast a ballot. And so, realizing who his constituency was, Mike Beebe, the governor of Arkansas, vetoed this 12-week limit on abortions. I have good news, my friends. The state legislature in Arkansas went ahead and overrode that veto. Beginning soon, in the state of Arkansas, if you are pregnant, if you're a baby, if you have that soft, gentle little heartbeat, if you have those tiny little fingers and toes, and you're floating around, warm and safe and comfortable in your mother's womb, if you can hang on for 13 weeks, you're coming all the way. You're going to make it. I love this story. I love the fact that the legislature stood up to the media. I love the fact that the legislature stood up to the governor and said, we are going to do the right thing. Maybe these babies can't vote. Not for another 18 years anyway. But it's the right thing to do.
It's the Tim Constantine Show.